What's going on, everyone? My name is Levine and I'm a personal trainer with Ankylosing Spondylitis. Having ankylosing spondylitis and joint pain made me rethink the way I wanted to work out. I needed programs, I needed workouts that helped loosen me up, supported the posture, but also worked on strength training to help support the body. So I wanted programs that put this all together. Traditional strength training, what I used to do before ankylosing spondylitis, was not working for me anymore. I was too stiff and tight, I was dealing with sciatica. I had to change my approach. I wanted to loosen up, I wanted to feel better, but I also wanted to work on the range of motion with the strength training for long-term health. So I started putting together routines at home, something I could do simply, easily, without weights, without equipment, and I started using the wall a lot because I could work on the posture, I could loosen up, but I could also work on strength training in more of a supported way. So what I want to show today is one of the workouts that's really helped me over the years. This workout is something that's worked for me. This might not work for you, but hopefully you can take something away from this, maybe one or two of these moves. All right, let's get started. First, I'm gonna press away from the wall, nice upright posture. Abs are squeezed here, belly button in towards the spine. Abs squeeze, glute squeeze, good base. Hips stay forward as I rotate through the chest, stretching out all these tight muscles in the front of the body, but engaging that upper back to get the back strong, help support upright posture. I'm gonna keep switching here. I'm trying to keep my hips relatively forward. I don't want to turn through the hips, I just want to turn through that upper body. Stretching the chest, upper back. Maybe it opens up, you find a little more reach. If it's really tight, start with that most comfortable range of motion. It's going to look different for everyone. All these muscles in the front of the body can get really tight from spondylitis, from sitting, maybe being on our computers, being on our phones. We want to stretch the front of the chest, the front of the shoulders, and engage that upper back to help us remain upright. We've got one more here. From here, I'm going to go to the lower body, using the wall for a little bit of support. Nice upright posture. I'm going to gently swing my leg forward until I feel the back of that leg stretch. I'm going to bring it back. We want to stay pretty stable with the body here, grounded with that left foot into the ground. I'm trying to use strength in the back of this leg, but I'm also loosening up. Stay upright through the posture. Want that hamstring working. Driving that foot towards the ceiling, but in a comfortable manner. Excellent. Switch sides here. Right foot grounded into the floor. Lifting. Hamstring stretch. Keep the abs tight, shoulders back. Excellent. From here, I'm going to get my back into the wall. Small bend in the knees, hips come back. First, I'm working on that alignment, on that posture. Belly button squeezed in towards the spine. I need the abs squeezed here so that low back is flush into the wall. Glutes squeezed, shoulder blades squeezed together. I need a great base first. Once I find that, I'm going to keep tension back into the wall as I reach overhead. I'm going to really try to keep my back in contact as I reach. So you just want to go a range of motion. First, that's comfortable, but also where you can keep that alignment into the wall. So we don't want to arch through here. We don't want to mess around with the low back. Abs stay squeezed, glutes squeezed, shoulders back. Comfortable range, keeping your back in contact. Excellent. So from here, I'm going to go into the supported downward dog. If the downward dog on the ground is just too uncomfortable on the wrists, on the shoulders, if your hamstrings are too tight, this is a great variation to do from home. So small bend in the knees. We're keeping the legs pretty straight here because we want to shoot the hips back away from the wall, keeping just a small bend in the knees until we feel a stretch in the back of those legs, maybe the calves. Also, we're getting those arms overhead, so we're stretching the shoulders, mid upper back. Once you find a gentle stretch in those hamstrings and that mid and upper back, You're gonna hold a couple seconds, and then we're gonna reset. Shoot back the hips. Maybe look up a little bit at the bottom to get a stretch of that spine. You can adjust the hands a little bit too if the hamstrings are just way too tight in that position. You can start with the arms a little higher, and then same idea, we're shooting the hips back to get that stretch through the back. Find the best range for you. A couple seconds, you can still reset it here. Because I'm turning this into a workout, I'm going from one move to the next with kind of little rest in between. I'm switching up the muscle groups that I'm working. So this is how you can turn kind of a stretching routine, a mobility routine into more of a workout. We're getting muscles working, but we're also stretching out. I'm gonna do a couple more here. Now we're going to bring a little bit of cardio, movement, and balance. You're going to be on one foot to start. Using the wall for support, you're going to shift to the other foot balanced. And you can use the wall if you need it when you're balanced on that one foot. If you don't need it, you can just have it for support. Really focus on upright posture, gripping the ground with that foot. Again, use the wall if you're really feeling unstable here. And you can hold onto the wall the whole time as you shift. So you can really focus on upright posture, abs squeezed, glute squeezed, always working that great base, squeezing the glutes so you have a good base into the ground. Grip that ground with the foot. And maybe it opens up so you can let go of the wall. Find the best range for you. Get a little motion going. Balance, stability, but also that movement and blood flow can be great for the body. Elevate the heart rate a little bit. I like bringing movement into these routines. Elevate the heart rate, help loosen up, get the blood flowing. You can work on longer holds once you get to that spot. One more here. One more exercise, and that's the end of round one. I'm gonna come pretty close to the wall. I'm going to slide my arms all the way up the wall, getting a great stretch in the back, and then all the way back down. Lifted. So using the wall for support, sliding up, stretching out those shoulders all the way up the back. A great way to work on that overhead range of motion. It takes a little bit of pressure off the shoulders. It's important to get the arms overhead with spondylitis, especially if you're feeling tight in the posture and you feel really locked up, feel like the rounded shoulders are there. This is a great way to get overhead, trying to get those shoulders down and back. Excellent, so that's round one. What I want to do is I want to run through this 3 times today to really get moving, turn this into a workout, get the blood flowing. Round 2, hips stay forward, abs squeezed, press away from the wall, nice and long through that posture. Stretching out all those tight muscles in the front of the body. Just want to go a gentle range of motion to start. Make sure your body responds well to it. Excellent, so I'm going to come back to those leg swings. Nice upright posture, 1 foot grounded here. Gently swinging so you feel that hamstring stretch. Trying to keep really stable through the back. Driving this foot towards the ceiling. Switch sides. Right foot really grounded. Nice upright posture. Excellent. So I'm going to come back into the wall. Hips back, low mid-back drilled in, abs tight, shoulders down and back. First, find that great alignment, reaching straight overhead, just a range where you can keep that back engaged into the wall. Abs stay tight. Break up all that tension in the mid and upper back. Excellent. I'm going to go back to the supported downward dog. I'm moving a little quickly here because I want to keep the heart rate elevated in a safe manner. So back through the hips, stretching out the hamstrings, the back of the legs, maybe the calves with that mid and upper back. Find that best range for you. Couple seconds. Reset. Drive the hips back. If that's really tight in the hamstrings, again, bring it higher up into the wall. Same idea, shoot the hips back, small bend of the knees. A great safe way to work on that bending over motion. Excellent. So I'm going to go back to the balance, using the wall for support if you need it. Nice upright posture, gripping the ground with that foot. You can hold on to the wall if you want. You can gently hold on, find the best range for you. By round 2, you're a little more loose. Work on that cardio. If it's getting easy, you can take larger steps side to side, or just really small steps here if you're really struggling with the balance, using the wall for support. Even if you're holding on, still think about that strength through the foot all the way up to the hip. Excellent. So, last exercise of round 2, close to the wall. Driving up, great stretch with the back, using the wall for support. Trying to think about bringing those shoulders down and back. Good base here. If you feel really locked up through the shoulders and you can't go all the way up, start with the most comfortable range of motion. You can start small here. All right, so that's round 2. I'm feeling good now. I'm feeling loose, working on the strength. I am feeling some of these muscles are working. My shoulders are working, my hamstrings are working. It's full body. I'm also feeling good. I'm feeling a little energized. So I'm gonna get into round 3 to finish this out. Pressing away from the wall. By round 3, the body should feel pretty loose, but maybe it's starting to fatigue a little bit. You have to adjust the workout so it fits you. At first, do 1 round. Again, you want to find that most comfortable range of motion. Make sure your body adapts well to the workout. You're not too sore afterwards. You're feeling energized. The most important thing is finding that best starting point so you can build over time. Again, consistency, sustainability. We don't just want to do 1 workout and that's it because you're too tired or too sore. We want to build on the energy. Don't compare yourself to others with the range of motion. Just do what's best for you. Even the smallest range of motion can be so beneficial for your body, and you can build. shoulders are fatiguing a little bit, so I'm gonna bring the arms a little lower because I want to still open up the back a little bit. All these moves can be adjusted, slowed down. Excellent. So back to the leg swings here. Using the wall for support. Nice upright posture, abs squeeze, shoulders back. Drilling this foot into the ground. Full body strength here. Even though we're just swinging one leg, we're working on total body stability. My range is a little higher now, but if it's the same as round one, there's no problem. Excellent. I'm going to switch sides here. Driving this heel towards the ceiling. Excellent. Number 3. Small bend in the knees, hips come back, load up the hamstrings, mid-upper back a couple seconds, reset, relax. Adjust the hands when needed. Excellent. Back to the balance. Last round of everything. Maybe your body's gotten used to the move a little bit. Muscle memory. Use the wall if you need it. Nice upright posture, shoulders back. Drill that foot into the ground. Keep good tension in the core, abs squeezed. Help that stability. It's not just about the foot and ankle. We want to use the whole body. This is one of my favorite ways to work on balance. It's kind of fun, moving laterally side to side. You can get the heart rate elevated a little bit. For me, once I get going with these routines and I loosen up, by rounds 2 and 3, I always feel better. And I just want to finish the workout. For me, it's just getting started is the hardest part because that's when I'm the stiffest. But I really focus on just getting started, finding the most comfortable range. Because once I get going, I always feel better afterwards. Excellent. Last exercise here. I'm going to drive it back up the wall. Shoulders down and back. Excellent. So hopefully that gives you an idea of some of the things to focus on. Loose, strong, a great body weight exercise, but using the wall for support. But the most important thing that I want you all to take away from this is find the most safe range for you, low impact. Find a range of motion where you're feeling a stretch, but it's not too much on the body. You feel better afterwards. Try not to compare yourself to others when working out with ankylosing spondylitis. Everyone's going to be completely different with this. We all have different circumstances. We all have different goals. So find the best range of motion for you and keep building over time. Again, start with one round of all of these if it felt okay. If some of these felt okay and you want to try just a couple of these, just try a couple of these and do one round, see how your body responds, and then go back to it in a couple days. So find the best approach for you. Let me know what you thought of this routine. This routine's a little unconventional. Again, I started doing this because my old style of strength training wasn't working for me anymore. I needed ways to loosen up, to work on strength, but to feel better afterwards. So I started doing routines like this. Sometimes I just do a couple of these moves just to start the day and build on that energy. Sometimes I add in weights, sometimes I add in resistance bands with some of these wall exercises. So it's a great way to put it all together. Let me know what you thought. There you go.